So I personally want, if I'm going to go after this leg, I want the opposite sleeve. You can do it with a cross grip. This technique will still work. It's just where we're going by the end of the class, the cross grip won't work for this. When he goes to stand up, right, I'm going to get up here. Now I need to get under here deep, okay? So I can let my hips switch if I want, but see how my head's close to the leg? Now, assuming he stands up, even if he doesn't, I can still do it, but I don't want to torque his knee. My goal isn't to injure him here. I'm going to hip up and turn, but I don't want to just do that with all the weight on his leg. So I want to think of, because the longer I wait here, he's going to pinch this knee. So when you guys try to do this to me, that's just exactly what I do. I pinch that knee. So when I'm up to the side here, I want to chop this above my head to take the weight off of his leg. He's automatically going to turn. All I have to do is turn towards my side. Okay? So I'm just going to punch this and come up. Okay? I'm just taking the weight off of his foot. Now, you see where I'm at. I want to come up. My legs aren't even unlocked. I just turn him to a high mount. Okay? If he stands up tall, it works the same. Okay? He's got really good wide base, so it doesn't surprise me that he's staying down here more with his butt drop more. A lot of folks will get really tall. Either one is still going to work. I have to get as deep towards my shoulder as I can get. All right? I don't just want to turn my hips. He'll have too much weight on his leg. I'm not going to move him. Go ahead. All right, so he's up here, right? He's still pretty heavy with his base, okay? I don't want to just try to turn my hips, right? I'm going to fail, okay? Even if I just lift and turn, right? Oh, I did kind of get him, but he's going to also turn his knee in, right? And when that happens, I can't turn my hips to the right, okay? So instead of me doing that, I want to get into this as soon as possible. So as soon as he gets up here, I'm deep. I just want to pop this over my head. I'm going to punch my right hand over the top, and I'm just going to go with the direction that he's forced to fall. Rather than me forced turning, I'm just going to pop here. Okay? Come over the top. If you look at my feet, they're still locked. I'm on my hip. Trust me, you don't want him to fall on your crossed ankles. Turn. Lift them up. Okay? So I have to get on my hip. My legs will be locked here. I come up and I turn my hips into a mount. I don't just unlock my legs. I don't want him to fall on these. They will not be good. You won't enjoy it, he won't enjoy it. Okay? Does anybody have any questions?
Can I add something really fast?
Yeah.
What Coach is saying with the legs, when you come over, be very careful, because that's how knees tear. If you put all your weight down and your ankles, you see how it is? So just be mindful of your ankles, so when you mount, you're obviously uncrossing. You don't want to put all of his weight and your weight like this, and sitting down.
Yes.
Because it puts an awkward stress on your meniscus.
So when I'm here, I'm turning, but I'm not set. Once I set down, I unlock. Does that make sense? You kind of use your hips. I'm not trying to stress anything. You're talking about when they're like sitting down.
Yeah, just because when you settle and your legs are still crossed, you're putting all that weight, and not a lot of us are flexible that way. So you don't want to injure yourself.
You have to fall on that hip. So that means we have to get as close to shoulder deep, head by the leg as we can get. Okay, and then it just becomes a short movement. Punch. I just want to slide his foot. Okay? If I just try to turn, can I get some people? Yes. But once I try to turn, I'm just trying to turn my hips against his leg with all that weight in it. He's going to pinch that knee and start turning his hip. Okay? Once that happens, he's going to effectively make it impossible for me, because I'm not going to be able to get my hips going that direction. Does that make sense? Does anybody need to see it again? Are we good? All right, let's start with that. One thing real quick. You can do it with a cross grip, but I will talk about that when I show the last part today, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. When you do this sweep sometimes, they're not gonna always accept it, okay? Now, we'll talk about this because you guys were doing it. If he comes up and I allow him to get an underhook, this is not going to work. Okay, so I have to maintain control of this arm. I'm going to use my momentum and try to keep it in front of me. Okay, so I have the sleep grip. He goes to get up. All right, come up under here. I get my sweep, and we might have to move, but I'll go ahead and do it. Well, hold on. Right, there we go. There we go. Want to pop it? Here, perfect. Here. If he tries to sit up into me, I can't let him get this, right? I could probably still finish because my hips are above his hips, right? I can just do everything I can to come up, right? That's okay. But with my hips on the side, if I have his arm in front and he's trying to sit up into me, right? I grab the wrist, I can step over or shin over. I'm probably gonna go shin so that I can turn him here because I see my weight is still on my leg. So as I drop, I turn here. I can belly down or peel his leg and finish here. Okay. You will have people that will try to sit up. Are we too close or could you see it? Okay. You will have people that are going to fight that and try to sit up. It happens sometimes. Maybe my momentum, I didn't carry myself over his leg quick enough, right? So he tries to sit up. I have to keep that arm going across my chest. Does that make sense? Let me show that one more time because I want you guys to at least try it. If I do the sweep, let me show this one more time and then I'll say one more thing. Let's back up a little bit because we got really close. There you go. All right, so he gets up. All right, under, turn a little bit. There we go. Here, right? If he tries to sit up on that elbow, right, I get the arm. So he's trying to push into me. Pull the arm over, turn, right? I can roll. If he doesn't go over, I peel. Finish with the leg over. Okay? So pretty much like that side scissor close guard shotgun armbar that we did on Friday. All right? If I come over with the sweep, right, I just get the full mount from there. That's okay too. We can turn that into S mount or the back like Cam was doing a few minutes ago. I'll finish out on this and we'll let you guys play with that. Okay, so he comes up, under, I turn, here, come up to mount. My knee's already high here. Scoop his arm, turn, okay? We're already there. Finish, okay? So depending on how we land is where we're gonna go from there, okay? Everybody good? All right, let's finish out on that. 1, 2, 3.